Ready? Yes, you have to remember that because I will forget. You just take a couple of my notes.
Okay.
Okay, so when you speak, just press the button for the mic to come on. And you just have to pass these two phones down as we speak. Yeah. First, I want to thank the media for being here on time. We apologize for a late start. We do appreciate your coverage. So good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Island Youth Basketball League tip-off press conference. Thank you to our media partners, to our coaches, parents, and distinguished guests. My name is Jarrell Mullings, the co-founder and league director of the IYBL. And today, we are not just tipping off a league, we are putting in motion a movement for our children. Like my pastor Mario always says, legacy is not what you leave behind, it is what you put in motion. And today that is what it's about. So you may ask, so why does the Island Youth Basketball League matter? It is built for boys and girls from the Bahamas from K4 to grade 8. And our vision is simple, to have a youth league in every island for every player that wants to play basketball. This league is officially sanctioned by the Bahamas Basketball Federation, which means we are aligned with FIBA and connected with their global standards, from training and officiating pathways to resources that strengthen our game. Locally, we are partnered with the NPBA and NPWBA, anchoring us to men's and women's basketball communities. And yes, the IYBL is about basketball, but it's not only about basketball. It's about addressing the real issues our children of the Bahamas face. Health challenges, limited access to safe activities, violence, gender inequality, and lack of opportunity. Basketball is the spark, but the mission is ultimately character, growth, and community. We can pause and let them come in. Don't come on. Miss Hamilton, you're right here. And Charisma, you're right. So let's talk about the framework of IYBL. So at the heart of IYBL is PLAY. It's an acronym that stands for P, practice skills. And you know, once you learn a skill, it never leaves you. I saw Manny, he's about 16 years old, but he was in there playing like he was still 5, right? Skills never leave you. Life lessons, real applicable life lessons. Active fun. Joy is at the center of all of our activities, and your growth. So each child will definitely grow in skills that they can apply both on the court and off the court in life. So every session that they participate in blends these 4 areas. Skill development, values that stick, fun that keeps them engaged, growth that they can carry on into life. Our motto is clear. They will play, they will grow, and they will thrive. There's one non-negotiable with IYBL. Every coach must complete safeguarding certification before they coach a single game. Protecting our young people comes first. We also provide ongoing training so coaches aren't just teaching plays, they're mentoring leaders. And our partnership with the BBF means Every player, coach, and referee is on a pathway of standards, training, and opportunity. Now, I invite our co-founder and coaching director, Neville Maniatali, to share his vision for how our coaching culture will shape this league.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, all. Just a little history of, we spoke about when Gerald and I got together. We spoke about the importance of the foundation, importance to build this foundation of youth basketball in the country. Just the initiatives alone, way back when I played, I shared a little story with Coach. I was maybe 12, 13, and the camaraderie we built with some of the reputable persons who officiated the games or was administrators of the game at the time, really set the foundation for good discipline, and it created a culture and an environment that we thrived in. And we can look around, and there's some guys right here today, gentleman to my left, we were trying to remember the teams we played for, and he called his right off the top. I knew mine was a T-Bird Flyers, but there were so many different persons from different communities sitting around those courts, kids. That was one love, I call it, one love at the time, and that's what we were all about. We were just about just enjoying the game, and now we have an opportunity to introduce this game where it's so much more resources available that we can tap into. Coaches who've played at a very high level, D1 basketball, NBA basketball, WNBA basketball. And now we have these resources. We have quote-unquote facilities that can entertain such the foundation now. So picture what we had then to incorporate with this now, and I just think it's a good mesh. So when we got together and we discussed it, and obviously we got the BBF's backing. Mr. Horton's always been supportive, and we appreciate that. But we knew it's something we could run with, and we knew there's something that can really build the sport in the country. But not only that, it can tackle so many ills out there in the country, just to see the support around here today, it's big time, and we look forward to the development and what we can do with this program.
Thank you, Manny. So together we are ensuring that quality coaching, consistent standards, and character-driven leadership form the backbone of this league so that we can get it back to the league that Manny experienced and so many others around this table have experienced. So, basketball lives and breathes through its coaches, and today we are blessed with an incredible lineup for our inaugural season. Let me recognize them in alphabetical order. Mr. Abel Joseph, who will be one of our head coaches, Brian Bain, Mrs. Charisma Smith, Derek Cummings, Diasti Delancey, Dwayne Smith, Garcia Hanna, Horatio Yellow Poitier, Jackson Jacob, Kevin Wright Jr., Mario Knowles, Marvin Henfield Jr., who is one of our skill development coaches, Valerie Nesbitt, skill development coach, Felicia Demerit, Neville Maniatali, who is our coach and director, Philip Hanna, Sanchez Moss, Spurgeon Johnson, and Waltia Rule, and myself, Jarrell Mullings. I want to give them a round of applause in their absence. I'm just so happy that we have so much wealth and so much wealth of knowledge and experience. Collectively, the staff carries over 200 years of experience. That experience will shape the lives of hundreds of our Bahamian children. So now to hear directly from two of them, one of our skill development coaches, Marvin Henfield, and one of our head coaches, Charisma Lightborn Smith. Oh. Good job.
My name is Charisma Smith, as Jarrell mentioned. As an educator, as a coach, and as a parent, I am looking forward to the Island Youth Basketball League. This will help the mini basketball within our country to develop. We had a meeting yesterday, and I'm so excited about it because not only are we covering fundamentals and the development of basketball, it's supposed to be fun. So the children are going to come to the camp, to the league and have fun. And I think that's the most exciting part of it. That's
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Marvin Henfield, and I am ecstatic to be just sitting up here with this core of personnel. For those who know me, I think this is one of the things that's almost a dream come true, because as a kid, I was not fortunate enough to play in the mini basketball era. I say to people, and I'm sure their kids, much like myself, but I didn't know about basketball because the way of communication wasn't as clear as it was back then. I didn't have an older brother or any family members that played basketball. I was the first in my family to play. So there was a lot of things that I missed out on. So when I hear people talk about mini basketball, you know, it's only something that I saw from a distance. But to know that now in 2025, we have an opportunity to bring some of those things of yesterday years to the present and to be able to impact the future generation, I'm excited, and to be a part of it. I think the best part of any structure, I think, is the foundation. Those of you who are builders may disagree with me, but that's the part of the building that holds the most weight, because everything relies on that. And I think skill development is just that. It is the foundation or the core of the entire game of basketball. So when these kids come and participate in this league, I'm excited to be a part of the skills team, because they'll have an opportunity to learn about the 5 core elements of basketball, plus all of the other subsets. So they'll learn passing and shooting and ball handling, defense, rebound. At the end of this whole process, our Bahamian kids can now, maybe from an offensive standpoint, learn how to pass and cut, how to set on-ball screens, off-ball screens, how to get into a left foot pivot, to be able to go through all the metrics. Offensively, defensively, we can get our kids to a point where they can learn to play defensive basketball, where they can learn to play help side, they can play in denial, and they could, you know, be able to know simple stuff that I see for those of us who played ball at the higher level, just jumping to the ball or jump to the pass, which be able to put you in position. So as one of the persons among this deep core of talent, I'm excited to be on the ground in front of the kids to teach the core foundation fundamentals of the game. And I implore anybody that can support this venture, whether it be financially or otherwise, to please come on board and support it. I think at the end of the day, this is something that's bigger than any one individual. There's a saying that says, if you want to go fast, go by yourself. If you want to go far, that you have to go together. And I think when I see just what Jarrell has done and the amount of people she's brought together in basketball and in life, I think this is one of those things where we as a nation, the Bahamas, can go far. And so thank you for inviting me. Thank you for having me be a part of this. And I pledge my support. And I know that this is just the genesis of us changing the culture of basketball in our country that we love, called the Bahamas.
Thank you, Marvin. As Charisma mentioned, the league will definitely be fun. It's at the core, and I resonate with everything Marvin said, particularly about not having the chance to play in the great mini basketball era that you always hear about. I think like toward the tail end, one time randomly on a Saturday, I just happened to go by AF Adderley, and I could remember vividly, I saw a couple girls, but there was one girl in particular that stood out to me. Her name is Audrey Martin, and she dominated in mini basketball. And I think from seeing her, I was intrigued to learn about basketball. I think at that point I hadn't played yet, But when I went home, I definitely picked up a ball, and she just stood out in my mind. Just seeing her on the court, playing with the boys, and dominating. Yeah, so that was my vivid memory of mini basketball. So let's move on to our partners. So partnerships is the fuel of this league, as Marvin mentioned. And I want to recognize and welcome remarks from our partners sitting around the table. From the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture, we have Mr. Kerry Baker, who is the sports officer for basketball, who will bring remarks toward the end of this conference on behalf of Minister Mario Boleg and our government's commitment to youth, to display our government's commitment to youth and nation building. We also have from the Bahamas Basketball Federation, the president, Mr. Eugene Horton, and they will definitely assist us with the standards, the training, the officiating, and the global alignment with FIBA to make sure we are doing things the proper way. The New Providence Basketball Association, who's represented by Mr. Mario Pickstock, who's the first vice president of the NPBA, supporting the men's game and grassroots pathways. That's how the IYBL ties into the NPBA. We also have the New Providence Women's Basketball Association, represented by Miss Judy Hamilton, who's the secretary of the league. And with this partnership, we'll ensure equal opportunity and exposure for girls. Not present, but definitely a partner, the New Providence Association of Certified Basketball Officials. They are a partner of the league, and they will uphold the integrity and fair play in the league as the kids develop. And last but definitely not least, the National Sports Authority, represented by Mr. Moses Johnson, the General Manager of the NSA, for making this possible, the venue that will support our future athletes, our future leaders. So I welcome, they can bring remarks, beginning with Mr. Eugene Horton.
All right. Good afternoon. It's truly an honor to be here as the Island Youth Basketball League tip-off and what I believe is a new era for sport. As president of the New Providence of the Bahamas Basketball Federation, I cannot overstate how excited I am to see mini basketball returning in such a meaningful, and I am emphasizing, structured way. Many of us remember when mini basketball first had presence in the Bahamas. It gave young children their first introduction to the game, teaching them the fundamentals in a way that was fun, and I stress fun, safe, and accessible. Over time, the momentum slowed, but today we see it revive through the IYBL. This is more than a restart. It's a fresh foundation for the future of Bahamas basketball. My passion has always been youth development. If you want a strong national team, thriving leagues, and a basketball culture which stands the test of time, it must begin here, at the grassroots, from K4 through grade 8. These children are developing habits, discipline, and values that will carry them on and off the court for life. The BBF is proud to sanction and support the IYBL. Our role as the governing body is to set the standards, train coaches and referees, and ensure that every program under the umbrella aligns with international best practices. Through our mentorship in FIBA, we bring global pathways home, and now every child in this league will benefit from that connection. I especially commend the IYBL for making safeguarding training mandatory for every coach. That shows leadership and put the well-being of our children at the center. Exactly the kind of example that we want across all levels of our sport. The league is about more than basketball. It's about health, education, equality, and community. It ties directly into the sustainable development goals that guide our nation. The BBF believes in basketball not as a sport, but as a tool for building stronger, safer, and more hopeful communities. So to Darrell, Neville, the coaches and Champion Council, congratulations. On behalf of the Bahamas Basketball Federation, you have our full support. Together we ensure that this movement lasts for generations, because basketball in Bahamas must always be more than the game. Let's be a pathway for our youth to play, grow, thrive, and have fun. Thank you.
We'll just pause. Neville has to go to another engagement. Move down. Okay. Yeah, you can go next. Yeah. This is one of the phones? That's my one. Oh. You could just move down.
I'll bring my tag home.
Just slide down. You can slide your tag over. Carrie, you can slide your tag over. No, just slide it over. Okay. Where's the phone? Oh, okay. You can go ahead, Moses. Yes. Thank you, President Horton.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm just elated to bring greetings on behalf of the National Sports Authority, who is dedicated to providing safe and secure facilities for the kids to participate in this league. We are so excited to see the re-engagement of the foundation of basketball, as it's been lost for too long now. We're excited to see it reinvigorated, and the cadre of and quality, because you could have numbers, but we have quality. You can see here there's quality in the numbers that are represented here, and so we're excited about the opportunity to be the home of the IYBL, and we will do all we can to facilitate the best to the best of our abilities, providing a safe and secure environment, and you have our full support.
Thank you, Mr. Johnson. Next, we will have the New Providence Women's Basketball Association. Ms. Judy Hamilton. You have to leave now.
No.
Okay. Oh, one moment, Ms. Hamilton. Let him leave, and then you could slide down.
All right. You know, I old, I can forget everything I want.
2 o'clock.
I gotta put my name.
Ms. Hamilton, you can come here.
Thank you. All right.
Good afternoon. I am pleased to be a part of this all-star team as well. When running asked me, I told her I was happy to do so. But I'm particularly concerned about female basketball, because right now, New Providence women, we are on a life support. I'm hoping that this program is a feeder system so we can continue to grow. When you talk about youth, you talk about future. So I'm looking forward for females basketball to get back to where it was. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Ms. Hamilton. And now the NPBA. Oh.
Afternoon. My name is Mario Pickstock, first Vice President of New Providence Basketball Association. And let me tell you how excited I am to see mini basketball back in the Bahamas again. Basketball, well, I can say from Manny Adley was here when he's talking about the youth. I remember Manny used to coach me. You had other persons in the watching in the foyer, Mr. Reggie Forbes. That brought about a lot of memories for me. But as the Basketball Federation, on my behalf, and on our behalf, sorry, We extend our full support, wishing you the best in your endeavors, and thank you.
You want me to say what you have to say and then bring you in at the end before the closing, right? Bring you in at the end before the closing?
No, I'm ready.
Okay. But I haven't talked about the curriculum. So,
Okay.
okay. So you come on next. All right. Thank you to all of our valuable partners. We're going to just talk a bit about the curriculum and the vision for IYBL before Mr. Baker closes us out with his remarks from the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture. So in the pilot phase of IYBL, we run 7-week blocks that blend skills, fun, and life lessons. So parents will see progress not in just basketball, but in teamwork and confidence and leadership. So today is the press release for the tip-off, but the full season begins in February 2026. Next week, we do have the Fall Jamboree tip-off, which is 4 days where parents in the community can get a taste of what is to come in February. Our short-term vision is Family Islands, to expand to the Family Islands. We are already in conversations with Andros and Grand Bahama, and our long-term vision is to own our own dedicated facilities, and properties are already identified. And to make the IYBL sustainable, we formed the Champions Council. This is a group of advisors, ambassadors, and accountability partners from throughout the Bahamian community that will help us stay true to the mission and ensure that the league outlives us all. Confirmed members for this inaugural season are Mr. A.J. Bryant, who's a youth basketball coach that runs a similar league in Bushnell, Florida, Mr. Anwar Elliott, a business leader, Mr. Brenton Major, another business leader, Mr. Charles Fisher, sports journalist, Mr. Eddie Thurston, a sports manager and also legal counsel, Mr. Eugene Horton, the president of the BBF, Mr. Inigo Naughty Zenekazelia, a sports radio host, Mrs. Kimberly Roll, the athletics director at the University of the Bahamas, Mr. Jabari Wilmot, a CPA and sports finance manager, Mr. Marcellus Hall, a sports broadcaster, and Mrs. Yolette McPhee McEwen, women's national team head coach and head coach at Ole Miss Women's basketball team. So together, this group ensures accountability and reach. Their work reminds us that this mission is bigger than any one of us. Mr. Kerry Baker, you can now bring remarks.
Good afternoon to all. As the minister uses my voice to say how pleased he is for this initiative, understanding that youth basketball, youth involvement is a vital step in supporting the development of our young athletes. Engaging in sports at a young age is essential for fostering physical fitness, discipline, and teamwork. More importantly, it helps build character. Many would say that we are in the Bahamas at this point lacking some kind of character building, and I can say from my experience, other than being a police officer, former police officer, sports was one of my main disciplines in building my character. And so the minister said that he's disappointed he was not here so that he can show his expression. But he gives full support, and he wants to thank all the organizers who are responsible for this event. And so he says, in his absence, wherever he can support, he will be willing. So thank you on behalf of the organizers.
Thank you, Mr. Baker. So as we close, I want to let everyone know that we are determined to remove financial barriers so that the inner city youth and Family Island kids have equal access to the sport. That is why we are calling on corporate Bahamas to stand with us. Your support will ensure that cost never stops a child from playing. We also need more volunteer coaches. Senior players, senior basketball players from high school, alumni, veterans, teachers, community leaders. If you can teach, organize, and encourage, we'll train you. Our head coaches need more assistance. The kids are going to show up, and we need more coaches. And we have the training structure in place to help. Just show up. This is at the very fundamental level, and we can teach you how to teach kids to play basketball. This is your chance to give back. So, as we mentioned again, the IYBL is more than just basketball. It's about health, education, equality, decent work, reduce inequalities, peace, and justice. These are the sustainable development goals that guide us. And our motto says it all: play, grow, thrive. We are putting something in motion that will outlive me, outlive Manny, outlive Mr. Baker, outlive every coach and council member here. Because legacy is not what you leave behind, it's what you put in motion. Thank you. We now open the floor for questions. So please state your name and media house. And then after the Q&A, we invite the media partners to join us on the court for a group photo. And then we also have light refreshments at the back. Thank you.
Just before we get to the Q&A, I just want to, at this stage, just give the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture our support, because based on your volunteer, our summer program, we normally do a certification. So if you bring your program, we will train for volunteers. So that would be our support immediately. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Baker. We will definitely touch base on that post-meeting, yes. Well, the exposure that they have, the global exposure that they have in knowledge, can only elevate our kids, not only again on the court, but just the experience that they bring, because all of the experiences that shape them, they can now pour into our next generation. So the impact, it's immeasurable. We can only see elevation just based on the caliber of our team. I'm glad you asked. So registration started about a month ago. Kids can register and sign up online on our website at ballinbythebeach.com/IYBL. It's rolling admission. The tip-off is in October, but again, we have a winter league that tips off in February 2026, and then a spring league that tips off in April 2026. So the goal is ultimately to have a league, a 7-week league in each of the seasons. But during this pilot year, we'll just stick with the fall tip-off and then the winter and the spring league while we work with NSA in the facility to see the availability in the summer. Facilities is a real crisis in this country, particularly for basketball. You can see with the weather, we cannot rely on our outdoor facilities. So thankfully, we have this 2-court gymnasium that can help bring this vision to life. That's it? No questions for no one else? Okay. Thank you. Thank you all. Yes. question, Arthur. Thank you, NSA. They can contact us on our website. We have a contact us page. If they go there and fill it out, we do actually have an area where they can go and say that they want to support, and that's ballinbythebeach.com. They can reach us by phone. They can call us right now at 557-1685. We do have a sponsorship proposal put together where they can benefit and get visibility from partnering with the IYBL. So just think about 600 to 800 kids a year representing your brand. Like, that shows true impact. They will know your company. When we think about mini basketball, the first thing I think about is Coca-Cola Cougars or Kentucky Colonels, or those are the names. Those brands stick. So, and everyone here will remember them forever. So there's no better branding and marketing opportunity than that. Aside from, just the charitable giving, you will have some visibility and return on your investment.
Question. A lot of kids are not accessible and Wi-Fi and status and social media. How do you get to those kids? Yeah, because right now my coach is in France and Joseph. Kids in my school season not tomorrow. Don't even know what this because I gotta speak about it. So how do you plan to get to schools and plan to get the kids who are not social media? Access social media.
Well, I know we've sent emails to just about every school in New Providence at the primary and junior high school level. If they show up, hopefully their parents are watching the news tonight and they see this, and they can contact us again on our phone at 557-1685. We have a team ready to assist anyone with the online application. We will have registration available on the day of the Jamboree as well, and we will have persons in place to assist them with the online application.
That's the reason I asked, because the second email and the person who sent email to an pass email on.
Yes.
Some things don't even know what the principal get. So you have to go follow up, make sure these coaches know what's going on.
Yes. So I know our team of coaches are definitely assisting because they have their hands on the pulse of the kids. And we've also, Manny and I have been visiting schools as well, having conversation with coaches, but essentially we need to get to the parents, so hopefully this has some reach. Yeah. Oh, yes. Oh, we have actually reached out to the urban renewal centers as well, because those kids, we definitely want them to have this opportunity. All right, so let's go to the court for a picture and then we can have some refreshments.